All right, so let's try a few of this next type of special case, a sum or difference of binomials. Now you're going to learn, well, I'm not going to go there. We're just going to call it a sum or difference of binomials. I've got up two examples that we're just going to do it the regular box method. If there's a chance that you don't recognize that this is a special case binomial, that's what you're going to do anyway. So you're going to set up your 2 by 2, all right? Put your binomial on the top and side, and then you're going to fill in your blocks. T times t is t squared. T times 5 is 5t. T times negative 5 is negative 5t. Negative 5 times positive 5 is negative 25. Now, here's my diagonal. And hopefully you'll realize what I said in the last video. Your diagonals are going to cancel each other out. 5t and negative 5t, they're opposites. So they literally cancel each other out. So all that's going to be left are these two boxes right here, your corners right there. So the answer would be t squared minus 25. All right? Now there's a pattern that hopefully you'll recognize so that if you do, you can go straight from here to here. So look at your numbers. So hopefully you'll recognize what the pattern will be. Let's do another one. Here's letter B. All right. I have 2x plus 1 times 2x minus 1. All right. So there's 2x, positive 1, 2x, negative 1. Let's fill in our boxes. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 1 is just 2x. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. So we got the box filled out. When I look at my diagonal, I recognize that they are opposites. They cancel each other out. So my answer is my first box and my last box. All right? Now, hopefully you recognize that there's no middle term. I told you there wouldn't be. There's no middle term. You have a first term and a last term. And there's something special about the numbers that are your first term and your last term. Remember, there's an invisible 1 right here. And it's the same something special that we had on the front page. You may realize that 25 is a perfect square. And so is 4. And actually, so is 1. So when you're looking at your pattern, so you see where it says, what's the pattern or whatever it says on your notes. What's the pattern? Well, the first thing I hope that you recognize is that there are only 2 terms, all right? No middle term. There are only 2 terms. And also, what is the sign in the middle? You're always subtracting. So let's write that down too. Always subtracting. And if you recognize 25 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, 1 is a perfect square, the terms, the numbers, will always be perfect squares. So if you want to go from your problem straight to your answer, you just need to realize, first of all, the 2 terms. So if I have a t and a 5, that's going to be my, just the 2 terms. Subtracting always going to be in the middle. Square the t, square the 5, that's your answer. T, square the t, that's t squared. Square the 5, that's 25. Boom, that's what we got. For letter B, 2x and positive 1, you square the 2x, that gives you 4x squared. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. Square the 1, that gives you just 1. 1 squared is 1. Then you slap the subtraction sign in the middle, that's your answer. So let's look at letter C and see if we can do letter C straight from the answer straight from the problem to the answer. So no box. Let's just look at it and see if we can use the pattern. Okay, first thing, can you see that? There we go. X times x is x squared. 3 times 3 is 9. Slap in the middle term, I'm done. I should have timed that. I think that took like 3 seconds. If you don't like what I just did, do the box method. You'll do the same thing. I'm just going to throw one in there. I'm just going to throw one in there because I'm done. I'm done with your notes. You're about to start your homework. Let's say if I tell you you have 4x plus 2 and 4x minus 2. All right, so let's see if we can do the shortcut again. 4x times itself, 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 4x, 16x squared. What's 2 times 2? I hope you said 4. That's 4. Put your minus in the middle. Bam, you're done. That's the pattern. So in today's lesson, you have 2 special cases that give you 2 special products that if you recognize the pattern, you'll be done like quick. So speaking of done, hopefully it's time to start your homework. If you're in class or whatever, hopefully the homework won't be too difficult because you're just going to use your patterns. You don't use the patterns, use the box method.